Hello and welcome to my channel, 13 Moons Oracle. My name is Jade Crystal and I'm an oracular high priestess of Atlantis, Lemuria, Egypt, Maya, ancient Mesopotamia. I am a spirit shaman. I am an energetic reprogrammer and soul activator, and these readings are channels from higher beings of divinity to anchor pure source love and light energy back onto the planet, as well as activate different aspects of your crystal and DNA nature to heal you, to rejuvenate you, and to mirror your intuition. So let's get into it. Tonight I'm doing a quick reading on your starseed nature, your soul star connection, and your earth star connection. So I think that's enough cards there. Let's just see. So the message coming through tonight? It's a collective reading, so take what you feel resonates and leave behind what doesn't. Okay, so you're coming out of a really rough time right now, but you're really you've cultivated peace in your nervous system regardless of this. You know that you're a survivor. It's really shown you your strength. And there's new solutions and new beginnings that are starting to arise from you. So you're actually through the hardest part of your difficulties. And you're coming into this inner sanctum and inner sanctuary. Now, for some of you, you might have really come out of this hermiting phase. Really come out of this hermiting phase that has actually brought you into different realms in the astral plane, different aspects of inner peace and different gateways and temples of training. That's what I'm seeing here in this card, in this inner earth. This is also talking collectively, just like all the experience that we've just had with a lot of truths coming to the surface, things that we kind of were putting our head in the sand about that are now just undeniable, and they're just really shocking people. Some people went through that during COVID and had already kind of went through that truth and that harsher kind of awakening to what was being hidden, but now more and more of the collective it's coming up into the collective in a way it cannot be denied. So there's going to be new layers and new people joining the collective awakening in the fray right now, and there's just going to be a lot of chaos. So it's really, really important to just create an inner sanctuary or an inner I call it the temple of inner peace. I teach in a lot of my private coaching sessions and work with people, so that you just have an inner sanctuary where you can go and reside and be in peace. It's also really important in these collective readings lately to consecrate your home. So pray over your home, seal all your windows, your doors, your mirrors through unconditional love. Make sure that your space is just consecrated through divinity, connected through the heavens and the earth. And it's only a haven for unconditional love and light, and that nothing can come in, and it's almost like your own little bubble that you want to have over the home. So this card is beautiful. Look, it's the universe, but it's an eye, and it's showing me how we hold universe within us, and then you can see the person's diving into the center of the pool, the center of the eye, and exploring even deeper. So this is showing me that you have really, the collective that I'm talking to right now, like you have really dived into the depths of not even just your own expression and your own divinity, but the universal conscious awareness. Like you have been calling in universal truths, you've been challenging everything, you've been drinking everything up, you've been trying to consume as much spiritual esoteric experience as you possibly can to raise your consciousness and your frequency. And these are usually the generational curse breakers in the family that are doing that. And thankfully there's a lot of committed, dedicated starseeds on this planet right now doing that work. So your angels are giving you accolades and just thanking you for that. You are doing it. Like you've done it. You should be celebrating all that you've come through and all that you brought your family line through, because there's so many challenges and shifts that you've made that are going to make such a difference in all the lineages that come behind you, that they'll never live in the same guilt or shame or ABUSE spirals, or even poverty and lack and scarcity mindsets because of all the work that you have done. And just keep regulating your nervous system, because it's also showing me this, that you're regulating your emotions, you're regulating your nervous system, you're cultivating emotional intelligence. Like, you're just bringing in such balance through this partnership that you have with divinity, with the universe, and even with Gaia, with your physical expression, because that is the partnership with divinity, is body, mind, heart, and spirit, right? That's why I make consciousness-based wellness programs based on those levels, because when you can work through spirit to balance all of those levels, you become a master of your experience and your frequency. Even my angels want me to joke, a master of the matrix. Neo's over here. Okay, so wait, it's not time yet. Things are being woven. So it is a time for you to rest. You've just been through something really hard anyway, and you're doing a lot of integrations, and so you are cellularly tired. Like, your bones are tired. You need to sleep. The awesome thing about this is, I'm even talking to myself in this reading, it is so hard to sleep right now because we're just so inspired to do things. And also, I know what's coming. And I also know that I have so many passions going on right now. So you might resonate to this and feel like this, because I don't know why I would want to share this, but otherwise I don't believe in accidents. But you just feel called to go, go, go. And you have all this creative juices coming through to you that it actually might be hard to rest, but try to force yourself. Like, it's worth it. It really is time to rest. But look at, like, you're poised at the portal, you're ready. And so, like, it's almost time. You're almost there. It's almost time. Like, you are ready to go down that roller coaster or that water slide, you know? I'm hearing like 3, 2, 1. Your angels are going to let you know when that countdown starts and you're primed and ready. So your star ancestors are coming through. That's also been a collective theme across the readings today. You are connecting with your ancestors from your very original incarnations before you came to Earth, and they are helping you. I think some of you sent out SOSs because it has been really hard on the planet lately. Some of you are what I called starseed orphans, where your lineages have actually just not come back to incarnate on Earth, and you are the last of these particular lineages that are on this Earth, although you've cross-trained in other planets. So you have kindred spirits, and we have soulmates, of course, we call them, around. But the way that the Earth is going right now, all the starseeds are extremely spaced out, anchoring light columns all over the world where it's needed most. So a lot of us like-minded beings are separated from each other, and so we have called out SOSs to different starseed clusters, councils, ancestors, to actually help us as we should. Those are resources that we are, you know, like E.T. Phone Home. I don't know why all these movie things are coming through. E.T. Phone Home, that kind of thing. Like, it's kind of like that. E.T. Phone Home. Like, I'm ready to go home. Like, I know I hear starseeds say that all the time. Like, I'm ready for my ship to come pick me up. Like, that's not going to happen right now, but you can ask for help. We can ask for care packages in the like, download abundance, download frequencies. Like, I'm getting psychically attacked too much. Like, I need help. Like, protect me. Show me the way, send me assistance. Like, we do have those kinds of care packages we can call in from our star ancestors. So that is coming in. So you're recovering lost parts of yourself, you're recovering lost wisdom, you're recovering different inheritance that are your birthright from different ancestral lines as a past life and from your starseed lineages. Star bathing. Oh, so it's really important to get out into starlight. Okay, light body crystal grid transmission activation. So get your skin under starlight if you can. Now, if that's weather not permitting, you can meditate on the Milky Way. You can meditate on the Sirius constellation. You can meditate on the Venetian constellation. And so just really meditating and connecting with those starlight and that star being right now is just going to help recharge and refresh your system. If you are in touch with your angel wings, or if you have fairy wings, or you might have plates above your head, and you might have soul star and earth star and plates, or you might just have the plates, or you might just have the soul star and earth star. So kind of just get a feel for your energetic body and your system. And if you can't see, if your sight is blocked right now, but you can sense into it, you can ask the question and sense if it's a yes or a no. And so ask how your system is set up and get in tune with that, and then start letting starlight charge your system. Right now, I think there's a lot of frequency on this planet that says, like, be a morning person, get up really early, seize the day. And we have a higher frequency of millionaires on this planet than we have had in a really, really long time. And a lot of people are getting up and doing morning routines and getting up and doing those things. And those are very important. I'm not saying to stop that. I've always been a night owl, and I've even been guided to that in the last 4 years. I have become a morning person and doing that. But also there's something being said to the evenings, because now a lot of those people are sleeping, and those people are operating in a high capacity and a high frequency. And so there's actually a lot of activation in the morning, is, long story short, a point I'm trying to get to. And so actually being awake in the night and accessing some of the harmonious frequencies of the evening is going to be really important for you and vital for you, because it's just going to give you access to some peace and some quiet and some energetic frequencies that you need to integrate right now. Also, Rhiannon is coming through this reading, and she's just saying, like, the starlight and the moonlight, it's our star maps, it's our connection back to home. It's also how we get some of those care packages. So it's just really important to be working with the stars and working with different constellations, star clusters, and council members from those times. Let's see. Okay, and you're being cracked open right now so that you can hold more light. You might have just, because of the very first card, you'll survive this. You've just come out of potentially a rock bottom kind of dark night of the souls. Those really suck. I'm sorry if that's you. Those are not fun, but you know what is fun is on the other side of those, all the gifts that you get back because you made it, and all the strength that you have, as long as you can surrender any kind of PTSD. And so there's different ways to do that. You can ask the angels to come out and clean out your cells and all of your senses, and you can ask for any traumatizations or anything to memory that's sitting in your cells to actually be removed, cleansed, and purified by the Creator, seventh plane energy, or by your angels. And you can work with energy healers like me, where we can actually take those frequencies out of your vessel and out of your being, and then clean them up so that you have a nice clean slate going forward. Okay, and then surrender to the alchemy of life. So surrender is really important right now. Surrendering up anything that is plaguing you, that is bothering you, that is circling, that you're ruminating on, that is definitely negative. You just want to free yourself up so that you can sleep well. You want to free yourself up so that you have the capacity to be filled up, right? And so keep surrendering out anything that's not working for you, that's potentially impure, or that's blocking you from having joy and happiness, okay? Or anything else you see blocking you from anything else you're trying to call in. Just keep surrendering it all, okay? And keep surrendering into the moment. Like, you know, sometimes we're like, oh, I really want that to happen because when that happens, I'll feel this way. Like, let it go. Like, if that never happened, I would be totally happy in this moment. I'd be totally happy where I am. That's the feels for this time period right now. It's coming up in a couple collective readings. Learning how to be human in the world, but not of it. So you're just really come through a period of time where you're learning to embrace your humanity, but not take it so seriously. And you're learning that you are the soul, and that what is happening around you is learning lesson, it's experience that you might have had before, and that you might even be remembering your Akashics, or already deeply, deeply connected to your Akashics, and they're deepening even more right now. And then you're just remembering that you are not of this, and that you do reincarnate, and you will come back again. And you're just, it's called being earthed. And I don't know, I see how they're floating in between the ethers and the earth. Like, that's you. You've just got a perfect balance and harmony between the veils. But you're also nestled and held in Creator's love, light, and energy from healing whatever rough patch you just went through. It's almost like that chrysalis that a butterfly goes into as they're being integrated and absorbed. The only difference is that we don't actually get to sit and relish in this rest because of the way our lifestyles are right now. We actually have to let that happen to different components of our body, while our physical body and our mental capacity still works into the 3D, some of us, right? Some of you might be able to not do that, but you might still just be struggling with other challenges, and it might be coming through a lot in your physical body. Okay, so that was all your Earth Star chakra reading there. And so let's check the balancing, or sorry, that was your Soul Star chakra reading there. Let's check the balancing here now with Gaia with your Earth Star chakra. So movement. So you're coming out of stagnation. You're coming out of hibernation. You're coming out of, just like I said, that kind of rougher time. And you're moving into calmer waters. You're moving into blessings, you're moving into sunlight, and you're moving into nourishment and peace. And so riding out the highs and the lows of life is really important here, which I feel like you do, but it just depends on what stage you're at in the collective, like I talked about. Like if you're in a lot of physical pain, your resources are suffering, and it's hard for you to get the basics of life, you're going to be in fight or flight mode a lot, and that's going to be kind of like a rougher time than someone who maybe is still going through some of those things, but still has the resources, or is able to work, or is able to be in that state I talked about of being in the chrysalis, being in spiritual transformation or parts of transformation within their being, but then allowing other parts of their being to still work and interplay with the 3D realm. And so those of you that have cultivated that balance of both, good job. And those of you that are going through that harder period where you're having a lot of physical symptoms, a lot of financial distress, that kind of a lot of psychic attack, a lot of misunderstandings in your relationships, or even just the world around you at large, a little bit at odds with your environment, just hang tight. Know that you're held, know that you're seen, know that you're safe. Get ready for a change. The movement is going to be different depending on what part of the collective that you're in. The movement's going to feel a little more intense, but if you can just rest and float in the river now, you're through the roughest patches of the water, okay? There's a lot of magic on the earth right now. Fairies are really important. I've been really guided to one of my favorite movies, which is Tinkerbell and and the Never Beast. Such a good movie, like such a good movie. So maybe you want to watch something like that. You know, there's another Tinkerbell movie, I think it's called The Secret of the Wings, that I'm really being called to here. And then also just go outside if you can. Surround yourself in flowers whenever you can. Have really activated baths, so put salts in the bath and then pray over the water and activate the water with energetic frequencies. Call in Sulis to help you, call in Yin, call in Mary Magdalene, call in Isis or Hathor, and they will help you activate the elements. And this is a really good way to start playing with water. You can also speak over your water. You can add different kinds of frequencies. My cat is trying to bless our readings and come up on camera, but it's not the time for her. No, sweetie pie, don't do that, okay? No, no, no. She's so funny. Don't do that, baby. You don't even like to be on camera. Can you come here? Yeah, come here. Jump up here. Yeah, come on. Yeah, good girl. Okay, so then you have Kitty Black Panther magic, which is also about the golden emerald heart. So you're going through a golden emerald heart healing, and the more that you can be in nature, put your hands on trees, be amongst the trees. Imagine that when you're walking, that your essence and your tendrils of your energy go down into the earth, and they connect to the tree root systems, and they communicate with the earth, and they're giving you blessings just as you give them blessings, because you're bringing in those blessings from your connection to your soul star above your head as well. And that's just a really beautiful way to connect with trees. It's a really expressive way to connect with trees, that every step you take is blessing and walking with the beauty of life there. So it's spring where we are, and my cat is going through a fun shed, and now I have hair in my mouth as I talk to you. So funny. Good thing I love you because you're cute. Just joking. You're so sweet. Okay, so Meadow, vulnerability. Allowing yourself to just be yourself. You are really tender, you are really raw right now, you are in a really vulnerable state, but that's okay. That's a rewilding that we need to have. It helps to strip us down of our ego, and it helps us to live more from soul and from the rawness of that. Like, even the rawness, like the rawness eventually heals and goes away. Like when you're living from the vulnerability of your soul, you can still live in the humbleness and the humanity without having to be stripped down so much. But right now, the constructs of the ego was keeping you so much in fear that you need to be stripped down. Like you needed to be stripped down from that, and you're feeling really vulnerable right now, but that is where our power lies. Vulnerability born from strength, not from fear, is extremely, extremely powerful. And we have forgotten that because We have been living through such dark times since the dark ages that most vulnerability is born from fear, even with work structures. It's like, be scared that you might lose your job. Like, it's just like a different type of vulnerability. And people don't know how to handle energetics of other people who are not trying to siphon them and who are not allowing to be siphoned, and that live from this strong vulnerability, born from strength, born from choice, born from love, born from an open heart, born from a connection to divinity, a connection to sovereignty and of knowing who you are, and a strong connection to these spiritual principles and universal truths. People don't know how to take energy like that often. So they want to drink it up. Good grief. Your nails are sharp. They want to drink it up, but they don't often know how to reciprocate it, or how to manage it, or how not to overdrink it. So it's a really interesting energy. So you will want to protect yourself right now, because that's what's being birthed from that chrysalis that you're in. That's why you feel so vulnerable right now. But no, you don't need to stay there forever. It doesn't mean that you're weak. You are going to strengthen and get stronger, and you can speed it up and speed it along by having cell foods, so spirulina, chlorella, chia seeds, just by feeding yourself nourishing things that are from Gaia, and being outside in Gaia and really connecting with the elements. You see, I have water here, I have fire. Obviously air is going on, the ethers are the energy I'm pulling through this. I have flowers here. I have crystals. So any way that you can connect with Gaia and Earth right now and use it to nourish your body and yourself, like, really try to stay away from processed foods and chemical comforts. Okay, so again, Advil, Tylenol, any kind of like Slurpees, ice cream, pizza, all of those things, like, really try to stay away from them. No one's telling you to be perfect. No one's going to judge you if you do take those. I'm just saying that if you decide to eat as clean as possible and nourish your body as much as you can, because there is really yummy, healthy food that you can replace the terrible healthy food, and there is quick, healthy food you can make too, you're just going to feel a whole lot better, okay? So there's a new moon right now in 4 days, and something is coming into fruition. So whenever you get this reading, it's a timeless reading. Check when the next new moon is for you, and there's going to be a promise that's coming to fruition. There is going to be something that you asked to manifest a while back. You might have even forgotten about it, but it's coming through for you. And you're also, this new moon is this particular new moon is going to be the start of a lunar calendar new year for the Chinese zodiac of fire horse. And so this is just going to start a really prevalent new time in your life. So whenever you're finding this reading, that is also activating for you in your timeline by this the next newest full moon, new moon that's closest to you. Okay, so just know that you're starting those energetics as well. And we all can hit different cycles in different ways. So if you're in tune with the universal frequencies of your soul and you're living in a really balanced alignment, you have some financial stability, you're able to navigate the 5D and the 3D at the same time, and you've kind of cultivated an intermediate living practice with your spirituality, it's going to be really easy to be on the same calendar as Gaia right now. Now, the other thing about being on the same calendar as Gaia, though, so it's okay to be off of it a little bit, is that's also entrenched a little bit into the matrix. Although the Chinese Lunar New Year is an older calendar that has persisted through time, so a little different there. But yeah, just know that the next new moon is going to start this cycle for you of you already went through the purification process of the firing, of the fire element, I mean, and then we went through the grounding and the shedding of the wood snake that we just came out of, and now it's just going to be more of a creative energy with help on the way, more community oriented, and people being more willing to help one another and to form clusters and groups. But also there's lines being drawn in the sand here right now, so you might want to find some solitude. You might want to still hermit out. This collective I'm talking to, you are still going to be called to be in a bit of a hermit phase here. There's still some things within yourself and some lost wisdom that you're recovering, and some power sources that you're recovering. And it just is really nice for you to have solitude to do that with Creator, but also just really make sure you don't have any stuck programs of celibacy or like old religious programmings from other lives, say as a monk or a nun or something like that, where you're blocking your own ability to have relationship because you have programs running in your field that says like, I have to be alone to connect with God. Like none of that. So to really try to let that go. Right now you can sit down and muscle test, or you can ask your angels if you have that program running and check if you do. And if you do, I would ask my higher self to undo that program, to cancel, clear, and delete it, and to complete it for you, and let that go. But it is okay to be in solitude. And the difference between being alone and loneliness is understanding that you walk with Creator, you walk with your angels, you walk with your guides, and that you are never actually alone. Okay? Blessings are coming in. There's a radiance coming in. Your summer is coming in. I feel like you've just been through a really brutal winter within your own season, and you're still kind of coming into the spring of that, where you're going to still feel like a little raw, a little new to the world, a little tender, and then those shoots are going to have to grow, and your summer is going to come. So at the time currently on the planet of filming this, we are coming out of winter and we are heading into spring, and so it's actually very in alignment with this actually hitting at summer. But just understand that I'm talking about internal cycles. So again, when you find this reading, feel where you're at, and they might not match Gaia's spring and summer cycles, okay? But just understand that wherever you are, even if it's summer when you find this reading, because your soul and spirit's going to guide you to these readings the perfect time that your frequency needs them most. Understand that you might be in an actual summer on the outside in Gaia. Girl, you're shedding. It's all over me. I love you both. So you might be in actual summer in Gaia, but you're actually in winter. Does that make sense? Like you're still in your spiritual winter, and you got to still go through spring, a few months of spring, and then your summer might hit in the actual winter. Okay, so just these are internal cycles of what you're actually birthing and manifesting. But your radiance is coming back, your blessings are coming in, your strength is returning. Okay, and this is a call to maybe get in the mountains as well. So there's water in 1, 2, 3, 4 of these cards, 5, kind of 6, 7, 8. So you might also need to get by water. You've went through a really dry season. You've just come out of a vision quest and a spiritual, like you've had a powerful spiritual visioning for your life. In all of this challenge that you just went through, you got a really strong pinpoint of what you no longer want to create in your life. And so put your foot down to the universe, like tell it, I'm no longer energetically available for this and this and this to happen. I'm no longer energetically available to financially struggle. I am no longer energetically available for friendships that don't see and value my worth. I am no longer energetically available for volatile conversations and communications. Like whatever it is that you're going through in this season, like, and you don't want it anymore, you're done with that, like put your foot down with conviction and speak it to the universe. Okay, you can speak it in your heart, you can speak it out loud, but just get it out and say it, and then tell the universe what you would like. You could ask very nicely with gratitude as well. I like to do both. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that reading. That is how you're going to balance out your star chakra, and that is how you're going to balance out your soul star chakra with everything that you just went through. And just know that every dark night of the soul, they're really rough when you first start them, but the more that you just embrace them and surrender into them and partner with divinity to say like, ooh, this is really hard, but I know that I'm going to get through this, and I trust you, I trust the universe, I trust my path, I trust all of that, the faster that you actually do get through them. And you get the rewards on the other side, which makes them the best part, and then you stop being scared of them after a while because they just turn out so good. So if you want to work with me, all the information is down in the caption. You can email me and I will book you in right away. And I hope you have a wonderful evening. Namaste. Be blessed.